we've talked about the separation element. So let's just go back to, so this is the fit. This is basically a sort of figure of four. If he grabs his elbows. This is predominantly if he's actually doing this, you know that really he wants to go. Don't move your hand, but he'll want it. The next thing will be to try and take the hand under the head side, right? If he's in this type of grip, that's going to be his next progression. If he has his hands here, his better option is of course to have the elbow to the mat and to take this as far away from me defensively as he can. So those have been those are basically like two basics. So let's just imagine, just for now, just to make it a kind of a little bit easier. So one of the things that Danaher talks about here is whenever we're dealing with the non-figure of four grip, so he can be wrist to wrist, wrist to wrist. He can be fingers, any of these. One of the things that he talked about that we sort of have covered, well, we definitely have, which is this elbow to wrist. But one of the things he is trying to do on this is to, whichever way round he's got this grip on the arms, right, against any of the, what he calls the loose grips, as opposed to the figure of four and the figure of four with the tuck. With any of these, it's this idea of, on either side, he's got like the arms are very strong in a straight line. And we've been talking about going wrist to, his wrist to my elbow, whichever way we go, okay? So when he's doing this, if I am, get this the right way around, yeah, it's this way. So if we're going to break this way, one of the things he's doing is working to get this, he pulls to get this elbow off of the center at the same time that he goes elbow to wrist. Now he calls this putting the elbow in the armpit. I think just the mechanics of me and Gary, that's possibly not going to work exactly, but what he tries to do is, if the guy, can I just use you a second? It's fairly similar. But the idea is I'm still going to take the arm that way, right, regardless of the arm length. But what you basically begin to see is, so we're here, and this goes into my armpit as this comes here, and it helps me to reach. And it's very, very hard for him to hold. It doesn't matter if it's the other way around. If it's the other way around, no, that's fine. You don't move. If my arm, it's the other way around with it. Cover and break. So it's basically the mechanical advantage, as Danaher says about it. Guy's very strong in this direction, which is why you never go, he makes a big thing of you never go straight back. You never go straight back. So it doesn't really matter which of the loose grips the guy has. His basic idea is he tries to cover and reach. So you see how this is now like the Kimura. Everyone see that? Yeah. So we'll just have a play with, I've got the grip, and I'm pulling, I go forwards, so I'm always trying to tighten and do my juji shuffle. I pull, and I come here, so I'm covering. See how his arm is going into an Americana. The final bit now, so once this starts to happen here, he switches and takes this back and across. So he talks about the right elbow goes to the right hip, to the right shoulder. This is for the finishing. And if I want to put more pressure, on, I just start to elevate that foot, which makes my fulcrum higher. The higher I go with this, the more braking pressure I've got. Yeah. So we're nice and tight. Always getting as tight in as I as I can. So I start tight in. If I've got, like this, we'll go this way, I'll go this way. So I pull this into the armpit and I go to the wrist. I break it, I get it here, he switches, thumb, all the way back and across, right foot up, and it's on. Let's give it a go. Grab body.
With the, your leg when you're lifting it up, and opening it off, you know, lifting it.
Yeah, if you want to, you can go as hard as
Yeah.
you can stamp down on it, but you do want it based. You could stamp it, but the idea that I want to give you is that this is higher. The higher that you lift this up, the higher and harder the fulcrum is, the more braking pressure you've got. So the more you lift that up, the easier it is to snap. Yeah, let's give it a go.